Edition of your current affairs program on leadership inside Nigeria. Inside Nigeria is a breakfast show where we discuss front headline stories and some trendy stories in the country and even beyond. My name is Winnie Fadibebo, your host on the program. Today is Tuesday, June 25, 2024, and as we normally do on the program, we like to flag up with Nigeria's most influential newspaper, Leadership. Leadership's main headline story says, Tinubu Northern Governors close ranks over insecurity. Tinubu Northern Governors close ranks over insecurity. Brainstorm on new offensive against bandits terrorists. Enough is enough, says President. Approves 51 billion naira for fresh onslaught. Sultan assures of traditional rulers' support. These are kickers beneath the main headline story today on Leadership Tuesday, July 25, 2024 edition. Tinubu Northern Governors close ranks over insecurity. We have the picture of the Vice President Kashim Shettima in a handshake with former President Muhammadu Buhari gracing the cover of Leadership. Beside that, courts here EFCC Konkoso Emirates suits July 2nd and July 11. Rivers pro-police protest rock 21 local government secretariats. Tinubu names Tuji Bello as FCCPC boss. Bandits key Danfodio Varsity Deputy Vice Chancellor. The story is on page 10 of Leadership. That's quite unfortunate. Maybe so of the Varsity's Deputy Vice Chancellor. Rest in peace. Cholera. NCDC confirms 53 deaths, 1,528 cases in 31 states. NCDC confirms 53 deaths, 1,528 cases in 31 states. The story is on page 4 of Leadership. And on the business boss, economic pressures costing Nigeria reinvestments, PwC, that is PricewaterhouseCoopers. Economic pressures costing Nigeria reinvestments, PwC. The story continues on the page, on the cover page, and runs on page 10 of Leadership. And about the man's head, 30 trillion naira ways and means investigation not abandoned. Senate. Police arrest suspected killers of Army General in Abuja. With that, we move briskly to the page 3 of Leadership. Need to revive technical education. Need to revive technical education. Our stand today on Leadership. With that, we move to the back page where we have Tuesday column with Abdurrauf Aliyu and his writing on Bayo Nanuga and the elite bubble. Of course, the column you want to find out what it's all about. So with that, you can log on to www.leadership.ng for continuation of the headline stories, inside stories, the editorial, and the back page. From Leadership, we move to the Punch. The Punch newspaper say the Dangote refinery operators seek federal government intervention as marketers opt for fuel imports. The story is on page 24 of the Punch. Dangote refinery operators seek federal government intervention as marketers opt for fuel imports. Dealers slam IOC's NMD PRA silent amid dirty fuel import accusation. Of course, that is the writer to the main story. Dangote refinery operators seek federal government intervention as marketers opt for fuel importation. Beneath that, we have pictures of Vice President Kashim Shettima with some traditional rulers yesterday at the villa. We also have the same picture of Kashim Shettima in handshake with former President Buhari. Beneath the photo captions, we have Northwest insecurity affecting other zones, Tinubu laments. Northwest insecurity affecting other zones, Tinubu laments. Wire fraud, court orders Nigerians extradition to US. Why we kill retired general in Abuja, suspect. Commission sanctions Kano magistrates, senior registrar. The story is on page 8 of the Punch. And just beside the masthead of the Punch, Senate writes AGF Miss Cardoso over 30 trillion naira loan probe. And above the masthead of the Punch, minimum wage, be patient with Tinubu presidency pleads. Cholera spreads to 107 local governments, 1,528 persons infected. Anti-Sultan plot, Shettima PDP
Strategic and
won
development.
as Sokoto denies allegation. These are stories gracing the cover of the Punch newspaper today, Tuesday, June 25, 2024. For continuation of these headline stories, you log on to www.punchng.com. From the Punch, we move to this Daily Sun. Daily Sun's main headline story says Tinubu admits inheriting security compromises historical injustice. Tinubu admits inheriting security
On
compromises
diasporic
historical
communication,
injustice.
Adeniyi has
Insecurity
held
fights
significant.
federal responsibility. Governors Forum tells President. That is a kicker to the main headline story. Tinubu admits inheriting security compromises historical injustices. Beneath that, Buhari's 30 trillion naira CBN loan probe ongoing, according to Senate, is also a story feature on other papers prior to this. Buhari's 30 trillion naira CBN loan probe ongoing, according to Senate, is also a feature on today's cover in other papers. Federal government declares cholera public health emergency as death toll hits 53. Lagos Ogun record 579,285 cases. Intensify
Meke
environmental
Ishekwede.
surveillance, federal government
Ishekwede, the
states,
co-founder
local
of
government
AG's Blue,
areas.
a research
I'll
and
take
design
that again.
studio
Federal
that
government
helps
declares cholera
partners
public health
understand and
emergency
influence
as
modern
death toll
history,
hits
has
53.
worked on political
Lagos Ogun
campaigns
record
across multiple industries. He also
579,025 cases. Obi suggests ways to tackle exodus of multinationals. Anxiety mounts in Sokoto over Murik alarm on alleged plot against Sultan. US military seeks West Africa Plan B after Niger ousting. Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana among countries under consideration. The story is on page 28 of Daily Sun. US military seeks West Africa Plan B after Niger ousting. Plateau Special Force arrests gun runners bandits, recovers AK-47s, 35 AK-47 magazines for delivery to Zamfara bandits. Kano government versus Bayero, court fixes July 2nd to hear pending
political
applications. And of
campaigns
course, the
across
Sun
multiple
newspaper
industries.
has
He
changed its
also founded a
website
new
to
media startup that challenged how stories
www.thistday.ng.
are
So for
told
continuation
and
of these
what
headline
kind of
stories, you log
stories
on to
we believe
that
are worth
website.
telling.
However,
He
before
has
we move
also
from
worked
Punch, the
as an
last story
investment
gracing the cover
advisor
says food
at
crisis
ventures platform,
worsens.
an early
How Naira
stage.
crash, insecurity, smuggling orders crippled food production. Post-harvest losses hit $9 billion. Farmers pay billions as ransom to terrorists. That
Venture
concludes the
capital
review
firm.
of Daily Sun newspapers today. For more, log on to their new website, www.thesun.ng. From the Daily Sun, we move to the Guardian. Guardian's main headline story says the listed firms shareholders 130 billion naira trapped in SEC Finance Ministry 5 years after. The listed firms shareholders 130 billion naira trapped in SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission Finance Ministry 5 years after. That's the main story today, and of course, it runs on page 6 of The Guardian. Beside that, why governors may store new wage at state level. It will take decades to get out of banditry, Sultan laments. Unmetered electricity customers rise by 600,000 in 3 months. Cholera, Ogun records one death, 16 suspected cases. Embattled Rivers Council chairman supporters protest back police occupation. Embattled Rivers Council chairman supporters protest back police occupation. Northern politicians visit to Buhari plot to unseat Tinubu in 2027, says Sani. Northern politicians visit to Buhari plot to unseat Tinubu in 2027, says Sani. Of course, we've had the former Vice President of the Federation, Atiku Abubakar, and the former just immediate past governor of Kaduna State, Nasir Rufai, visiting Buhari in Daura recently. And today's story from Shehu Sani says their visit to Buhari plot to unseat Tinubu in 2027. Obi expresses worry over exodus of multinationals. After upsetting Kano, political tremors rumble around Sultan of Sokoto. With that, we conclude the review of the Guardian's front headline stories today, Tuesday, June 25, 2024. For continuation of these stories and inside stories and their editorial, log on to the website www.guardian.ng. From the Guardian, we have the last paper on our menu today, and that is Vanguard. Vanguard's main headline story is still on the cholera outbreak, and it says NCDC declares cholera emergency, sets of measures. As Nigeria records 53 deaths, 1,528 suspected cases in 31 states. Death toll in Lagos hits 29 with 579 suspected cases, 30 patients on admission. Investigation ongoing to reveal source of outbreak, Abayomi. Vaccine not available in public hospitals. Lagos engages Danish firm to construct 100 public toilets. Ogun records 1 death, 25 suspected cases. These are the kickers to the main headline story on Vanguard, Tuesday, June 25, 2024. NCDC declares cholera emergency, sets of measures. This story continues on page 5 of Vanguard. Beneath that main headline story, Rivers crisis as local government chairpersons flout police order, stage protest. Boko Haram adopts High Court judge wife to others. Minimum wage approved 250,000 naira demand to match inflationary trend, Labour tells Tinubu. Minimum wage approved 250,000 naira demand to match inflationary trend, Labour tells Tinubu. And in sports, Napoli to drop asking price for Osimhen. Napoli to drop asking price for Nigeria's Osimhen. With that, we move to the stories above the masthead of Vanguard. Foreign loans drive up importation by 19% to $330 million. Shettima to Sokoto government guides Sultan jealously. He is an institution. Tinubu vows my government won't slow down until insecurity is eliminated. It will take decades to eradicate banditry in northwest Nigeria, Sultan. Davido Chioma's thrilling love story as they tied the knot today. Of course, today is the D-Day for the nuptials combination between Davido, Nigerian superstar, and Chioma, his fiancée. Of course, Nigerians are aware that the internet has been abuzz since yesterday over the marriage that is taking place today. This here is wishing them a happy married life. So with that, we conclude today's Inside Nigeria, your breakfast show on Leadership Television. Don't forget to join us same time, same station for another fresh edition of the program. Meanwhile, don't forget to join us for the news on the hour on this station. My name is Winifred Gogo. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast.